Hello everybody. Thank you so much for the beautiful feedback that I've had on the Midori Facebook page and all of your wonderful likes and comments. And I know it's been extremely frustrating waiting for me to upload a video, but I've been horrendously busy at work and I've not really had too much time for myself. So I knew this weekend would be the first opportunity I have to do something and to show you the notebook that I posted, and to say that I was blown away by how many likes I had. It really, honestly, I was just completely blown away. So anyway, here is the notebook that I posted pictures of this week. It's an A6 size notebook and it is handmade to order, and I'll come to who handmade it and a little bit about him in a while. But I can honestly say I have been using Midori notebooks for close to 7-8 years maybe now, and I don't own an awful lot. I've got one key notebook now that I use, which is a Spec, which is the full-size Midori, and I am finding I had a problem with my neck and my back, and I'm finding now that I need to lighten up a bit. So I decided to move down to an A6 size, and this is the result of that. My Spec, which is actually over there, is going to predominantly be transferred here, and I've got ideas for the use of that. So this is my new baby, and she breathtaking, absolutely breathtaking. This is so much better than I could have ever imagined it would turn out as. But I won't bore you by gushing about it. I'm sure you can all understand I'd be gushing. What I will do is talk a bit about the notebook. We'll have a look inside, and then I'll tell you where I got it from. So when I say this is probably the most beautiful piece of leatherwork I've ever held, I honestly am not exaggerating. I sent Ian all the details of what I actually wanted from, I'll lift it up and hopefully you can see this embossing. It is just absolutely stunning. I chose this design and the little flower at the corner, and it goes all the way around the notebook itself. In addition to this embossing, there is actually a line, which, having sort of watched an awful lot of Ian's work, it is actually a stitch line, but I do love the way it just has its continuation. This is 100% hand stitched. I'll come to that in a moment. I asked for this inking, as you can see here, which says take time to enjoy life's little pleasures, and being in as hectic a job and as stressful a job as I've got, I wanted that to remind me every single day that I need to take some time out. So those were really what I asked for. I did also ask for a clasp. I've never actually had a Midori notebook that's had a clasp before. All of my notebooks have been elasticated, as most people's are, but I did actually want this to have a clasp, and Ian has again come up trumps. There is a really hard, strong quality piece of hardware here in antique bronze, and we'll come to the inside of that. The other thing I wanted was this to be wide enough to hold 4 A6 inserts, and the work that Ian has done on this, I haven't seen these elastics laid out this way before, and I can honestly say Ian has got it bang on. There is no puckering at all on the end here, and the finish on these is perfect, absolutely perfect, and the elastic is high quality as well. So the stitching running around the edging, as I say, this is completely hand stitched, and I think if I had not seen him work with my own eyes, I would have said this was machine stitched because it is so perfect. But when you get inside, you can tell that it is actually hand stitched, and I'll show you why. And if I flip it over, if you actually have a look at the way this clasp has been stitched on, again, absolutely beautiful, and the continuation of the stitching across this clasp as well, absolutely breathtaking. This is a piece of work by, I would say, a master craftsman. He really is amazing. The edges are all completely smooth and finished and burnished. They literally run so smooth. Every single edge has been finished to the highest standard. Absolutely beautiful piece of work. So inside, so it's even the shape of the clasp is just so sensual. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So inside, I wanted 2 pockets, one on the front, and there's a similar one on the back as well. Even the edges of these pockets, beautifully smooth, beautifully finished and burnished. Not just coloured, but you can actually feel he has actually finished each of these edges perfectly. And if you remember when I was talking about stitching, if you actually, I don't know if my camera is focusing beautifully here, but this very last stitch, I mean, it holds everything securely, but you can actually see that no machine could have actually finished a piece of work the way that this has been finished. So inside I have 4 A6 books. These are the Midori Danielle Meister books, as you can see here, A6 size. I gave these 4 books to Ian so that he could measure when he made this, that we got the right size. And as I said, you can actually see, if I put this on top, how thick this is. And if the clasp was done up, you can still see I could fit more in here if I wanted to, but no, there's no need. I will be dropping out one of these and replacing it with a yearbook. One of these will drop out and become a bullet journal, and then I will keep these 2 for other areas of my life that I want to keep a track of. So what I'm going to do is just ease these books out so you can see everything without the books in there. So please bear with me a moment. Don't want to knock my camera either. This is actually the first notebook video I've made, so I'm trying my best to do this as well as I can. So here you can see the elastic layout inside, and as I say, extraordinarily strong elastic, very strong, and no puckering, absolutely no puckering at all in any way, as you can see. So who made this beautiful object, this absolutely stunning object? Well, his name is Ian Atkinson, and his stamp is here, Leodis Leather, and I can honestly say that this man, his work is just breathtaking, absolutely breathtaking. Now, Ian does have an Etsy shop, and it is Leodis, Leodis, Leodis Leather. And I emailed him before I made this and said I would make this video, to ask if he would mind if I made this video, and he said not at all. However, the pieces that are on his Etsy shop obviously are for sale, but he's no longer, well, not no longer, I would guess that his order book, his commissioned order book, is full. I do know that from him watching his videos that he works full-time, so he's doing this in his own spare time, the leather work. And he did actually say that he isn't taking commissions. I know there's a very similar notebook to this on his site, although it's not Midori, it's actually oh gosh, what are they called? The name has completely slipped my tongue. Notebooks. moleskin. It's one of the smaller moleskins, and it has the pockets inside for it to slip in without the bands. But he does also have some original style Midori covers for sale on his site as well. So this is my baby, my piece of work. I'll just move it aside a moment to show you. This is my Vanderspec, which is full size, and this is actually the item that I'm going to be slimming down into here, and I do have other uses for that. And maybe when I've got this one set up, or maybe my Vanderspec, if there's any requests for that and I find the time, I can do some more videos for you and put that together. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching, my baby in all of his or her glorious, glorious technique. I haven't even talked about colour of this. It is just like the warmest, beautifulest toffee, caramel. It's just an amazing colour. When I look at the video, I'll be able to see if the camera has done it justice. I mean, I'm looking at the screen of the camera itself, and it seems to have done it justice. It goes beautifully with my bag, although they weren't designed for each other. And so there we go, my baby for you, and where I got it from, who made it. And thank you very, very much for watching. Thank you indeed, and goodbye.